Graham Morris, Kerr William Flatt, and Greg Bennett are people who have shown me this in recent times. It's not something I took a huge amount of notice till recently, but it makes a lot of sense and is a nice bit of variety. And again, is along this more neuromuscular where we have to change direction, we have to think a little bit more about it, but we have to decelerate, accelerate, shuffle, whatever the case may be. And what this could entail, and again, it's your imagination, will decide this. So you could start here, let's say that's our starting point. We could shuffle out 10 meters, sprint out 10 and reverse back in, okay? Then we sprint out 20 meters, or run out 20 meters, I should say. And we side shuffle over here. And then we take off again, okay? Then we get to a pole. Not very good at driving poles. 45-degree turn here. Another pole. 45-degree turn the other way. And we might stride it out here, okay? So again, I'd keep most of these between 80 and 120 meters. Out and back, that's 20 meters. Out again, let's say another 20, that's 40. You're shuffling, and you might shuffle out and back. So another 10 meters in total, let's say, added. You're up to 50 meters. Over halfway, you're probably at 80 meters, change of directions. So, you wouldn't have to go all into the field necessarily. But again, probably looking to keep close to this kind of time. You are going to be slowed by changes in direction, but have strides, have little sections of strides to pick up the pace, but to learn to control and change direction and slow down as efficiently as possible as well. So that's kind of the 5th intensive version. So you have 6 there. So if you were to look at this as your conditioning, exclude sprinting, plyos, strength work, all that now, but just from a running perspective, you could spend 2 weeks at this probably, 2 to 4, but let's say 2. You could be another 4 weeks building this up to 6 sets or something like that, twice a week. Very good supplement to other training, but even as a coach, it could really be your main running training. And I would suggest it's worth tinkering with if your game-based approach is of a high enough quality, and you're doing a lot of the technical, tactical, and game-based stuff at the start of sessions, which is a perfectly good way to approach it. You could then move on for another 4 weeks to level 2 intensive, another 4 weeks, level 3, you're probably into the season then. So you can see you can get an awful lot of time. You could drop back a step after, let's say in Ireland, I know now this year is unusual, but we play in April and tend to have a little bit of a break. There's a mini pre-season again for most clubs. So people take a step back. You could step back a little bit and then maybe drive on again as you ramp it up and come to this type of stuff. As much for variety really as anything, because those little changes will help us adapt that little bit better, okay? So that's a rundown on tempo running. If you have any questions, direct Instagram, themovingcoach_.km, or email themovingcoach.km@gmail.com. I'm happy to answer any questions, or even on this, I'll put this video on YouTube or on the Instagram TV channel. You can throw your questions into that. So there's a lot there that can be used and used pretty easily, and it's not that hard to remember, okay? So the big takeaway is test a max sprint, use that speed, find out the speed you should be running 100 meters at. There will be differences, that's fine. You'll figure that out when the time comes. You'll be so used to it. And then obviously, the other thing is to retest. Retest every 4 weeks, let's say. You can do it more if you want, but you definitely want to be looking at it 4 weeks, because You know, maybe this needs to become 17 seconds. You know, maybe you're going to hit 12 and a half or even 12 seconds. That's a big jump, but you know, stranger things have happened. So it is good to retest. Okay? Take care.